Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Grateful for your support. Thank you for the donations that you guys have been sending in, the comments, the likes, the shares, subscribes. You guys rock, love you. This will be another general reading on the collective soul, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a personal reading with me or any of my other services, you can contact me on my email in the description box below. Without further ado, calling on my ancestors, the archangels, the Most High, Holy Spirit, Universe, Creator, Consciousness, please allow me to channel what the viewer needs to hear for their highest good and healing, and so it is. So I got some channeled messages. The vision that I got this morning was a bear caught in a trap. So like a bear struggling with his foot caught in a trap. And then I also had a vision of like a little girl peeking out from behind a tree. And then I wrote down here, I want you to sit with what you already feel inside is true. There could be something of like you're wrestling with something, or you're looking outside yourself for like the authority, like to get the authority on something, or to know, to believe yourself, to trust what you know. But it's like you're struggling with this trap, like you feel like you're caught in a trap. It's like when you're introspecting, you feel like you're caught in a trap. It's like almost like maybe self-analyzation, like analyzing everything to the nth degree. But it's like you're actually kind of struggling with a wound, like an old wound, or where someone used to trap you in something. Then I wrote down over and over, going over and over and over and over again. And I just kept on hearing that, going over and over and over and over again. You could be mulling over a situation, like going over something again and again and again. Masking the truth of their pain. So there could be somebody in your energy who's masking the truth of their pain. That's also something that you could identify with, or that you've done that as well, where it's like you kind of hold back how you really feel. There's something because somebody never really witnessed how you felt. Somebody really never witnessed how you felt. I feel like that's a part of the trap. That's a part of the trap that has got you caught up. It's like this thing is like caught up in a cycle, or caught up in a pattern. Caught up in a pattern of like being in the energy of people who only want you to be a certain way so that they don't have to face something about themselves, so that they don't have to feel their own pain. Somebody couldn't make space for your pain, or to feel how you felt, or to look at something from your side of the situation, because it wasn't about your side of the situation. They wanted to stay on their side of the situation. They wanted to stay in a comfort zone. Somebody wanted to stay in an energy, or like stay masking their pain, but it's like you were the mirror that brought up their own pain. You know what I mean? You were wanting to feel something, or you were wanting to be witnessed, but somebody couldn't even witness you because they can't even witness themselves and how they really feel, or where they're really stuck. Or someone feels stuck, like they're like a bear caught in a trap, like this motherly energy, or it's like something about like a devouring mother, or there's something about like your mother, like somebody's mother could have been wounded. They could have had a lot of like pain or rage. They felt caught, like somebody felt caught in a trap. Like this is a really heavy energy, and I didn't even really want to, I honestly didn't want to, like I wanted to do this reading, but then I also felt like a very heavy energy, and I was like, can I not do this reading? And then my soul was like, no, like this is the reading that this is what the reading needs to be. But it's almost like there's something, it's almost like that it's something doesn't want to be touched, or it's like poking the bear. It's like poking the bear. The bear doesn't want to be poked. Like the bear doesn't want to, this doesn't want to be felt. Like something doesn't want to be felt. Maybe within yourself, it's like you don't want to really feel this, or somebody doesn't want to feel something. Like somebody feels like somebody feels caught in a trap. And then freckled face, give up the chase. You don't have to stumble no more. Is this what you really wanted? Or is it what you really wanted? Or is it what you really want? Was something what you actually really wanted? Or was it something that you felt like that you needed because of the wound, of the trap, that you felt like contained or confined to a certain way of living or something like that. Let's give Miss Luna a treat. Hey, treat, Miss Luna. Here you go, sweetie. So let's see here, the bear spirit. Like there's something about not necessarily, I don't know, now I'm hearing over intellectualizing something, going over and over and over again, trying to justify something, or like you felt like you were caught in a trap, or something was a trap, like something was a setup, or something was always set up to be a certain way with somebody, or you feel like, I'm hearing it's like there's something about like a resentment of like how the wound got you trapped and it created more wounds. There's something about believing yourself. There's something about understanding that you are your own authority. There's something about knowing that you had to stand up or do something for yourself. Let me see here. So on the light side of the bear spirit, strength and protection, primal power, mother energy, and sacred ferocity. Healing and restoration associated with shamans and soul healing. Wisdom through hibernation, introspection cycles, and deep inner knowing. Boundaries and sovereignty, unapologetic embodiment of power and space. It's like this thing of feeling like you couldn't take up space, or that you couldn't be in your power. It's like you're struggling with being in power because somebody always used power over you to control you. And it's like you're struggling with not wanting to be that, or with like constantly going over and over, like constantly like picking yourself apart. Also, there's something about vultures. There's something about that, like people, like there were people who were like vultures, like to your vulnerability, people who wanted to pick you apart. Somebody wants to pick you apart. Somebody just wants to pick you apart. Somebody wants to search for your vulnerable spots. Somebody's trying to pick you apart, pick everything that you say apart. Ancestral memory, boundaries and sovereignty, and then the shadow side, rage, unprocessed rage, repressed anger or grief that becomes volcanic under pressure. That could be something that like, it's like you were tied down or you were trapped. You couldn't always, it's like something was like a honey trap or what, like, or like, it's like there's something of like, literally something presenting as one thing and then being shamed for when you expected that thing from it. Like something, it's like this, a nurturing energy or a motherly energy or something like that. Misunderstood, I'm hearing. Okay, rage unprocessed. Isolation as survival, withdrawing too long or too deeply to the point of numbness. Power turned inward, self-destruction, implosion, or harming self to avoid harming others. I feel like, honestly, for a long time that was the thing. It's like you harmed yourself instead of harming anybody else, and then it like erupts in a volcanic explosion. But it's like there's something of like there's something of like this pattern of everybody always focusing on the explosion instead of focusing on the harm, you know what I mean? Or like the harm that like something was unspoken, something was like an unspoken contract or agreement. It's like somebody else wrote. Something was like an unspoken agreement or contract that somebody else wrote that contract that you never signed it. You never agreed to it, but you were expected to play that. Something was like, it was silence, it was done, it was emotional manipulation, it was emotional abuse, it was there's something about like managing somebody else's emotions. Mother wounds, distorted maternal archetypes, devouring mothers, or being over responsible. Like you feel overly responsible for somebody else's feelings, you feel overly responsible, or somebody wanted you to feel responsible, but it's like somebody's not accountable, or somebody's not taking responsibility. There's something of like somebody could be saying that you're cold, but it's almost like there's something of like it's a mirror for like what were they doing that was cold, that you had to stifle down how you really felt about what they did. Like what, it's like somebody came at you with judgment. Somebody came at you thinking of you in a certain way, seeing you in a certain way, and they treated you as such. They treated you as such because they had already made up their minds about you. And then it's like you felt it, but then it's almost like you capitulated to it. You let it slide until it couldn't slide anymore. You let something slide until you couldn't let it slide anymore. Because there's something about like a subtle disrespect. There's something about like a devouring mother. So it's like you had to vanish, like all your needs had to vanish, like all your feelings had to vanish so that somebody else could be whatever it is that they want to be, or feel however it is that they want to feel, but everything about how you feel is like not important. Like that's how you felt. Like somebody treated you like everything that you felt, like it wasn't really as important as like what they were feeling in the moment and what they needed in the moment. It's like somebody like abandoned you right when you needed it the most. So it's like somebody saying that you abandoned them, but they actually abandoned you, and they proved that they abandoned you because they abandoned you when you needed them the most, or something like that. It's like I feel like you showed up for somebody time and time again. You gave energy to this person time and time again. You gave love to this person time and time again. And then there's something where it's like you were going through something that was separate from anything else. There was something that you were going through that had nothing to do with this person, but it's like they couldn't understand what it was that you were going through. They couldn't understand. They couldn't attune to how you were feeling, or attune to how you must have felt. Because it was never about how you felt. It was about what they wanted to take from you. It was about how they felt around you. It's like somebody only wanted to be around you when you were a certain way. Like they only want you when you're your happy side. They only want you when you're happy, when you have it all together, when you're a healer, it's like something about like it's like they want the healing, but they don't want to know the person underneath it. Because then it's like that's the real mirror. That's the real medicine. What's the mirror of that person? Why are you drawn to that person? Why are you drawn to that person? What's underneath that person? What's that person going through? There's something about that. There's something about somebody who regrets. There's something about somebody who regrets. Taking you for granted. There's somebody who is avoiding something, a stagnation, avoidance, or refusal to awaken even when life calls. It's like life is calling someone to awaken. Life is calling someone in your energy to awaken out of stagnation. Somebody's trying to blame you for their own stagnation. Someone doesn't want to see where they hurt you, ever. It's like there's something about like someone who never ever said sorry, someone who never ever took accountability. Like there's something about like never ever never ever seeing. It's like somebody trying to demonize your sadness, demonize your pain. Like, you have to keep on wearing a mask because I'm wearing a mask. Masking the truth of their pain. I mask my truth. How dare you have pain? How dare you have needs? How dare you inconvenience me with your pain? You're supposed to be the person that holds me. You're supposed to be the person that holds me, when it's like somebody was supposed to be the person that held you. So there's something about like a mother where it was like, they were like, you were supposed to be the one that holds me. You're supposed to be the one that mirrors love back to me. You're supposed to be the one that stifles your needs and keeps yourself quiet and, you know what I mean? Reflects back to me pure love when I can't even love myself, when I can't even love you. And then I make you feel bad for having needs, and I make you feel bad for having feelings. So it's like this, like there could have been someone in your life where it's like when you were trying to express how you felt and what you were going through, for once, it's almost like, how dare you not mask your pain? I'm masking my pain. Oh, it's almost like they're trying to say that like you're too much, that you're too emotional. Like there's something about like, okay, well then they're making too much of it. They're dramatic. They're too emotional. Or is it just that you have the courage to actually feel your emotions? So you showed up at the party. Life I guess is a party where everybody is wearing masks, and you showed up with your real face. And so someone doesn't like that. Someone can't stomach like the fact that you actually are a mirror, that you're actually like an entire person. You're not just the mask of like, I have everything perfectly together. I'm a perfect person. I'm a perfect this or that. I'm always happy. I'm always achieving. I'm always this. I'm always that. That's not the whole thing that's not the whole story. That's not the whole story. Somebody wanted to project, like, somebody tried to like help you or to curb you I don't know, I'm hearing like formation. It's like they wanted to, like, it's almost like someone is in a sea of chaos and then they saw you, and it's almost like you're open about your chaos, or you're just a real person. You're just someone, you're not that this person is not a real person, but it's like somebody wasn't being real, and they were uncomfortable with the fact that you're real, that you're real with yourself, that you're willing to just be like, yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm feeling this. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Yeah, this really hurt me. Yeah, this is what I've been through. It's like because of your honesty, or because of just like the way that you show up. It's like they were doing something to mask their pain, to seem like that they were in control of their pain, when actually they're not. They're not in control of their lives. But it's like they wanted like to show up to be like that they're in control of your life and that they can control your life. It's like something wasn't honest with somebody. But it's like, where were you not honest with yourself? It's like something, because it's like there's something about a validation where you feel like you need this. Sometimes you feel like you need this validation from a maternal energy because of like somebody maternal in your life, or like because of a mother wound. There's something about that where it's like you feel like you want that, you so deeply and so freaking desperately, sometimes you so desperately want that maternal energy. Do you know what I mean? But then it's like what life has been trying to show you to help you to heal yourself is to be like, you are your own maternal energy. The earth is your own maternal energy. Like, you can connect to that bear spirit with yourself, your own maternal energy. But it's like spirit was bringing in these women into your life, was bringing these people into your life who actually couldn't give you that maternal energy. They couldn't. They haven't even given it to themselves. It's almost like they've seen you start to give yourself that maternal energy, be in connection with your feminine energy, and it's like it rubbed them the wrong way. It rubbed them the wrong way that you can sit with your emotions, that you can go to that place within yourself, that you can be honest with how you feel, that you can cry in public, that you can be upset, that you can call something out for what it is. It's like the fact that you feel in power. That is your power. Your power is your vulnerability and your honesty and your authenticity. It's like, but somebody is like, it's like they don't even want to admit, because it's like there's something about like a mask of a performance, that it's like they don't want other people to think that they're weak, or that they don't want other people to think that they're out of control. So it's like somebody was trying to make you, like, it's like somebody was trying to, or passively, it's like the way that they kind of like handled you. It's like the way that somebody handled you. It's like that making you feel like, the way that somebody handled you, making you feel like there's something wrong with you, for being honest about like your own anger, your own rage, your own sadness. You know what I mean? there's something wrong with you with finally facing and talking about the things that are real, bringing something to light that they don't want to feel, bringing something to light that maybe they experience themselves, but it's like they don't want to go there. That's the thing that they're running away from. Somebody's running away from something, but it's actually a trap. There's a bear trap on their foot. There's a bear trap on their foot, but it's like they deny that that's there. They deny that that's there. And it's almost like there's this something with your energy. It's like you were trying to get the bear trap off this person's foot. And then they bit you. They bit at you. They bit at you. Do you know what I mean? For trying to help open this trap on their foot. And then it's just like, you were just like, this is the trap that I've always been in this trap, like feeling responsible that I have to like open this trap for somebody else. Feeling like responsible that it's like, it's my responsibility to try, like, I need to try to help you, but you're hurting me, like you're hurting me, you're biting me, like you're scaring me, like you're scaring me, like your anger at the fact that I see that you feel, that I feel that you see. I feel that you see me feeling. I feel what you don't want to feel. I'm stuck here It's my trap. I'm here trapped trying to feel everybody else's feelings, trying to hold everybody else's emotions, trying to understand everybody else, but who was there to understand you? So it's like you had these mirrors around you. It's like they couldn't understand you because they didn't want to understand you, because they didn't want to actually sit with you. They couldn't actually witness how you felt because they didn't want to witness what you were reflecting back to them about what they haven't felt yet. What have these people not felt yet, Spirit? What are these feelings that they haven't felt? Somebody could have freckles. It's like going over and over and over again, like trying to help. It's like help open, like let me help open. It's just like, but somebody doesn't want to be helped. Somebody tried to make you feel like you were the one that needed help, but it's like there was something in your energy that was actually helping that person, but they resented you for it. They resent you for it. Alienation. Feeling trapped, like feeling no one can make you feel anything you don't already feel inside, right? So this is what it was. It's like this is the thing that it was like coming into your life, where it's like you felt like you were responsible to save someone to open their own trap, but it's like you already opened your own trap. But it's like you still feel like guilty, like a survivor guilt, like you feel like a survivor's guilt or something for the fact that you can't like own someone's pain for them, that you can't what else does the collective feel then? Like what do they feel? Trust. Like trusting yourself, trusting your own authority, trusting your own intuition, like where your own introspection. This like trust, somebody made you feel like you couldn't trust yourself. There's something about that. That was the trap, that you couldn't trust yourself. Because they denied that your feelings were valid. Somebody denied that your feelings were ever valid, that your perspective was ever valid. Somebody couldn't mirror back to you the fact that you were okay for feeling those feelings, that there was nothing wrong with you, that it was like because they didn't want to face their own shame of how they treated you and how they treat themselves or where they feel trapped in their own life. So it's like trust. Like, I don't know if you felt like you couldn't trust somebody. It's like somebody, it's like, I don't know. It's like you felt, it's like you so deeply want to feel this nurturing energy from another woman or from somebody in your life. You so deeply want to. It's like I feel like some of you you trusted someone with something. For some of you, you trusted someone with something. You told them something really deep about yourself. And I feel like they're using it against you. They've used it against you to like pathologize you instead of witness you. But it's because they're resentful of the fact that you actually are surrendering to a feeling that they don't want to surrender to. That is actually the key to their own healing. It's actually the key to like why they feel trapped in their life. They feel like, I'm hearing sunk, like they feel like they feel, so this trap, it's like, so I'm seeing like a bear in the ocean and there's a freaking trap on its leg so it can't swim. Someone's trying to swim in like these emotions. Someone can't keep up with their own emotions. Like this could even be a part of yourself too. It's like, this is the thing. It's like trying to keep up with everybody's emotions, trying to keep up, but it's like, why do I feel trapped? Like, why do I feel like this is my responsibility? Like, why do I feel like no one ever witnesses me? Like, what is this thing? It's this alienation. So it's like you feel alienated for, you trusted someone with something and then they alienated you for the fact that you wanted to be witnessed, but it's because they couldn't witness you. You felt like somebody could feel like you broke their trust. But it's because you had to listen to something inside of you where you were actually breaking your own trust by doing something that you knew that you couldn't trust something, or that you couldn't trust someone. What else, Spirit? Alienation, trust. Trust your intuition. Your highest self wants you to succeed. But it's like you're struggling with what you intuited it, because this is about something deeper than what happened. This goes deeper than what you think that it is, or like what it is on the surface. This goes deeper. This is like something deeper in the past of why you felt trapped. And why you still feel trapped, even though you've gotten yourself out of the trap. You've gotten yourself out of the trap. You opened the trap, you got yourself out of the trap, but you still feel trapped. So it's like, so that's what was left inside of you. So that was the thing that that lured you into the trap in the first place, is this part of you that was like seeking this validation out of yourself from people that reminded you of people from your past who never validated your emotions, who never validated your intuition, who never allowed you to be the authority of your own life, who never allowed you to have a boundary, who never nurtured you in the way that you needed to be nurtured, who never saw you in the way that you needed to be seen. Present, who were never present with you in the way that you needed to be present with them, but they wanted you to be present for them in the way that was comfortable for them, so that they could see themselves the way that they wanted to see themselves, that would stop them, that would elude them from their own pain, that would elude them from their own shame, disapproval. So it's like something about like somebody, this feeling of like you feeling like you were disapproved of in a situation where you trusted your heart with somebody and then they disapproved of you in a weird way, but it's like where they disapprove of themselves. And it's almost like you could be, it's like, and then I feel like for some of you guys, you felt like you had to walk away from a situation or something like that, because someone wasn't able to be present with you, but they wanted your presence, they wanted to be around you, but only in the way that made them feel comfortable. They didn't actually, it's like something about like wanting to like, it's like something about sisterhood. This wasn't real sisterhood. This wasn't real sisterhood. What was it? What was like this thing like that was getting in the way of this person being able to be in true sisterhood or brotherhood? Reaction, something of reacting. What did they react? Why did they react? A disbelief. They're reacting of a disbelief. You trusted something with somebody and they could have disbelieved in you, but you had to believe in yourself, or they felt like, it's like there's something about they mirrored your own lack of belief in your own intuition of what you already know, of the fact that you don't have to feel ashamed for how you feel, but then it's like this person mirrored back that your own shame about how you felt, because somebody else made you feel ashamed for how you felt because of their own shame that they didn't want to process, of like that they actually hurt you, or that they actually let you down, or that they parentified you, that they enmeshed with you, that you weren't allowed to be your own person. It was like a trap, that you weren't allowed to be your own person, that you weren't allowed to do like to feel how you felt, that it's like you had to stay in line. You had to keep yourself in line. Something about family secrets. You had to keep yourself in line. You had to be in line. You had to, what is this person like? This rage, so like confirmation, so rage, so it's like somebody had this deep rage. You could have triggered somebody's rage, triggered somebody's sadness. This rage, why do you get to feel what you feel? Why do you get to have what you have? Why do you get to, like, this is a thing, this is somebody's parent, somebody's mother felt this, like, why do you get to have that? Why do you get to have freedom? You don't get to have that, I don't get to have that, or something like that. This rage, lonely, you don't get to, oh my gosh, there's something about like, yeah, somebody like sabotaging you secretly, this trap, they laid a trap for you, somebody sabotaged you, and then they pretended like they didn't. They smiled in your face and they sabotaged you behind the scenes. They sabotaged you behind the scenes. But then it's like they sabotaged you in your own mind as well. They gaslit you. There's something about gaslighting. I didn't do that. That never happened. I never said it that way. You shouldn't feel like that way at all. There's no reason why you should feel that way, because I obviously didn't do it. You just said that. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You just said that. No, I didn't say that at all. There's something wrong with you. You're bumming me out. Somebody said, that's lame. There's something about like somebody said like, that's lame, you're making me feel lame. Somebody's ex-boyfriend said, you're making me feel lame. You're making me feel lame because you had a feeling at something that I did to you. You had a feeling at something that I did to you. I hurt your feelings, but now I'm gonna sit here and say, you're making me feel lame. And that made you feel freaking angry. That made you feel so angry, but then it's like you wrestled with it. You wrestled with the shame of like, am I making them feel like, I don't wanna make them feel like that. I don't wanna make them feel like that. That's not who I am. Like, I wanna love this person. I don't want to make this person feel guilty. So somebody used guilt against you. Somebody weaponized guilt to make you feel guilty for something that, like, somebody couldn't sit with you in your tragedy. There's something about like, it's like at your darkest, deepest moments, no one was there. This person, somebody who should have been there for you, or said that they were gonna be there for you, or paraded around as if they were someone who was gonna be someone who could hold you or could witness your pain. It's like should have, like somebody's parent, or like even a sibling or something like that. They didn't, they couldn't, they didn't want to. It's like there's something about like shaming you for not, okay, so it's like someone's like, go, 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 go. I need to go, go, go. I can't stop. No one's helping me. I can't stop. I've got to go, go, go. I have no time to feel my feelings. That's the one thing that somebody is avoiding, is feeling their feelings, and that would be the thing that would change everything. And I feel like you know that, or you've done that for yourself. It's like there's something about that, but then it's like, go, go, go. And then it's like mirroring back a part of yourself where you're like, I have to go, go, go. Like, oh my God, I can't. And then it's like you had this thing where you surrender to the pain. You let yourself give up for a sec. You let yourself break down for a sec. You had to. It wasn't even, I don't know, somebody, it's like, this was spirit-led. This was spirit-led. Like, you had no choice but to crumble. Like, you had no choice. You couldn't. There was something, it was like it was out of your hands. It was an initiation. It was a deep initiation with spirit. And for some of you guys, you almost lost your life. Like somebody wanted to take their own life. Like, it's like you almost, like you were really up to that point. Okay? But then it's like you went there. But it's like there's something of like, because somebody didn't want to admit that that's how they feel deep down inside, they couldn't be there for you. They couldn't hold your pain. And that doesn't make them a bad person. But it's like there's something of like, it's like, I feel like you went out of your way to hold somebody's pain. You always went out of your way. This is the thing. This was like the imprint, okay? That you always went out of your way to hold somebody's pain, to freaking come at it from their perspective, to look at it from their perspective. But that was also like the gift. That's a part of your medicine, is the fact that you were always, wait a second, why does my mom feel like that? Why does my dad feel like that? Why are they doing that? Like, why, like what, why always? But then it's like, that's the part, is like always trying to like monitor or like fix or like try to help or try to like focus on like other people's reactions to you. Like, I don't know, because it's like there's something about like the way that you show up, it disarms. It's like that's the natural energy of who you are. It's like that, because that's where you're here to do. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to do. You're here to go there with yourself. So it's not even about doing something for somebody else or getting them to see something. Somebody was never going to be able to see something. Somebody didn't want to see something. Somebody made you feel ashamed for something that you had went through and a thing that you did because you went through that. And then somebody couldn't even like have the humanity. Like, somebody didn't even want to have the humanity to see your own humanity. There's something of like, it's like they want you when you're at the refined version of yourself, like the healed version of yourself. But then it's like, that doesn't erase your humanity. Healing doesn't erase your humanity. Healing is a spiral. Healing will be to the day that I die. That's my opinion. I will always be healing. I'm not stuck in victim mode though. That's the whole thing. But it's like, because every day, I do things every day to be on my own case, to get my stuff done, to do what I need to do, to focus on loving myself. It's not comfortable. Sometimes it's not comfortable loving yourself. It's not comfortable doing the things that you know that are going to be the things that are going to be loving to yourself. But sometimes you have to be like, hey, get real with myself. This is not like, whoa, okay, so I think we spiraled out of control. That's not loving to myself, okay? or that was not loving to that other person. Okay, so where did that come from? Where did that come from the past? And how can I look at that and use that to my advantage? Or how can I look at what happened and then use that to like grow into the person that I want to be? Or to it's like something, I don't even know. So rage. So somebody feels a lot of sadness, or it's like this thing of like, it's like, why do you get that? Or a rage at your love, or rage at poking the bear, like you didn't even mean to poke the bear. A reaction. Somebody had a reaction. A disbelief. Somebody couldn't believe that you did something. Somebody couldn't believe that you didn't, like, so because it's like, because you broke an unspoken contract with somebody. Because you broke an unspoken contract with somebody. The contract where you were going to have to play a certain role for them. Where it's like the contract where you have to be only this one version of yourself, or else I'm going to feel ashamed because you mirror back my own sadness. You mirror back my own sadness in the places where I don't like to be vulnerable with other people. So instead, I do little mind games, and I do little power plays, and I do little subtle digs where I want to like dig. I want to, it's like dig me up from under what is covering the better part of me. It's like there's something of that. Dig me up from under what is covering the better part of me. I don't know, somebody said that they wanted that. Somebody said that that's what they wanted, but that's not what they actually wanted. It's like somebody came to you for something, but it's like they actually came to you so that they could compare to you or something like that. Something about like a compare. It's like it's like sisterhood. They wanted to show up as this or that, but it's like, no, it's like they were actually comparing themselves to you. It's like everybody compares everybody to everybody. Everybody compares. Everybody can do that, but it's like there's something of like somebody didn't want, it's like somebody is not, somebody wanted to come into your life. I guess maybe because they felt incomplete. Or maybe there's like a part of them, like that you represent a part of them where they've, but then it's like you were a reflection of where they haven't. What have they not done? What have they not felt? Disappointed, their own, something about truth. Ground yourself in water, feel the loving embrace of Mother Earth, where they haven't yet allowed themselves to feel the loving embrace of Mother Earth because somebody had but it's like somebody wants to be motherly, but then they don't do that to themselves. They do it to everybody else. They don't, and then that could be something where it was a reflection of something in you too, where it's like, it's almost like this person came into your life and you were like, whoa, I have to be my own mother, because it's like it triggered the thing in you where you wanted that person to validate you and to be motherly towards you. But then it's like it was the thing, the catch-22 was that they couldn't actually sit with you, that they couldn't actually witness your own pain. There's a thing of like, it's like managing everybody outside of themselves. And then that showed you a part of yourself where sometimes maybe you manage other people, you're trying to help other people. It's like, whoa, okay, wait a second. Like, it's like, I'm trying to help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. I'm trying to lead a horse to the water, but I can't make them drink. So what am I not drinking? Like where do I need to, where am I thirsty? What do I need? What am I not doing? Somebody did their shame, where they were made to feel ashamed. And it's like they saw that you didn't feel ashamed, or that you were working through, and then they shamed you. They shamed you for somewhere where they shamed themselves. They shame you for being present with yourself, because they shame themselves because somebody shamed them for having emotions and for not constantly doing. So it's like somebody's always trying to prove something, and then that reflected back to you again. Everything's a freaking reflection. Where am I doing something within myself where I feel like, where I'm conflicted, or I have tension within myself, where I feel like I have to prove something to everybody, where I feel like I have to where if I feel like if I stop, like if I take a break, like if I just take a moment, like if I just nurture myself, then it's like the whole world is gonna end, because this whole freaking society or this world is built on like performance, and like if you don't perform, if you don't get things done, if you don't like have something to show for something, then you're just obviously worthless. Then you're obviously just worthless. And that's the core. It's like the shame of like, why was I never worth somebody showing me that I was worthy even when I was sad? Why? Because they didn't feel worthy, because you were sad, because it reminded somewhere of their past, or reminded of something in their past where they were sad, and then somebody shamed them for being sad. Somebody told them to get in line. Somebody told them to shut up. Somebody told them that they were crazy. Somebody told them that they were lying. Somebody told them that they didn't have the right to feel what they felt. This trap, this like this freaking mask, like this freaking trap. Parent trap, the shame trap, reflection. So they were like a reflection, of like a part of you that was trapped, but I feel like you set yourself free, and then that triggered this person as well. That triggers this person because you set yourself free. You were willing to witness something in them and yourself, but they didn't want to witness something in themselves. They don't want to witness something in themselves. And therefore it's like they didn't want to witness you. Why should I witness you? Nobody ever witnessed me. That's what would happen. Nobody ever witnessed me. How do you expect me to witness you? How dare you expect me to witness you when you have this, or you have this, that, or the other thing? So again, it's this thing. That's the thing. Why not me? Like, why me? So it's like this thing where, like, because of your own guilt, because somebody made you feel guilty for the life that you had, for how you looked. It's like somebody's mother was envious of you. They were jealous of you. It's like they compared themselves to you. Like a parent trap. Rage. They compared themselves to you because of their own anger or something in their lives, and what they saw in you that they wish that they always had, that they felt that they never had. They felt that they never had. They felt like nobody ever witnessed them. They felt like nobody ever witnessed them, but it's like they only ever wanted to witness you when you made them look good. So then it's like you could have had people in your life who came, it's like they only wanted you in their life when you made them look good, when you made them feel good, when you made them feel like freaking like whatever around you, or when you stroked their ego, or when you let them stroke their own ego by doing whatever it is that they did to make themselves feel better, to turn away so as to distract themselves from their own pain. Grief, to distract themselves from their own sadness. That's actually, so it's like I don't know, something about you were upset. So it's like there's something about you were upset. Your boundaries were suddenly crossed. Your boundaries were crossed. Guess what? You were upset at yourself because you've crossed your own boundaries, okay? But then it's like what you're really upset about is the fact that you were never even taught how to have boundaries, or that you were made to feel like that your boundary, because of somebody else's enmeshment, was a freaking, somebody resented your boundaries, or they resent your boundaries. They resent that you feel like you can have a boundary. It's like because somebody's parent like made them feel like you weren't allowed to have boundaries. Somebody was afraid, that they wanted to enmesh with you. They wanted, because they didn't want to be abandoned. So it's like then you walked away from somebody. But it's like this thing, that was the trap, is that you felt like you could never go on your own or do your own thing or ever have a boundary, or else you were going to make somebody feel abandoned by you, even though they were the ones that abandoned you. Frick! They were the ones that abandoned you, that abandoned your emotions, that couldn't witness you, that denied your pain, that denied your grief, that denied everything that they made you feel, because they denied themselves, they denied how they treated you, because they denied their past, they denied how they were treated, they didn't want to go there. So it's like this possession, they wanted to devour your light, then leave you like this trapped freaking bear screaming on the ground. And then pretending like you're not a trapped bear. Why are you in pain? You shouldn't be in pain. You should be stronger than that. Something about that. No, that's how they treat themselves. I need to be stronger. I need to be stronger. I need to prove. I need to prove. I need to keep on doing. I need to keep on doing. I can never stop. And I feel like you saw that in yourself. But it's like that you're the one that's actually doing the witnessing in yourself and the other person. You're not going to hide away from it. You're not going to hide away from what you've repressed or suppressed within yourself, or you were made to suppress that. Because of how you were raised, you're not going to do that to yourself. You're the one that's actually witnessing. That's the thing. You're just like, why am I witnessing? I can witness. Where I witness me, I'm witnessing them over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Why do I feel like this? It's my fault. It's my fault, right? Because I should be feeling guilty. I should be feeling guilty for having a boundary. I should feel guilty for feeling my feelings. No, they feel guilty for the feelings that they feel. They feel guilty about something. There is something about your core trauma. It's like this person, there's something about that these people were hiding. Somebody was hiding something from you. Somebody hid something from you. Somebody hid something from themselves. Somebody neglected somebody. Somebody neglected you. Somebody wanted to completely pretend like something never happened. And then you being yourself, you excavating, it's like you're like going in there and you're finding something within yourself and you're bringing it out within yourself. You're bringing it out within yourself, hiding behind this tree. Am I safe to come out? Like, I don't know. Am I not? Am I safe to come out? I know I'm not. Like, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's something searching. Am I safe? Like, your inner child's like, can I come out? Like, but then I'm not seen. I'm afraid of being seen. Somebody's afraid of being seen. It's like, but then you were afraid of being seen because when you were seen, you were made to feel ashamed of it. When somebody did get a glimpse, it's like somebody did get a glimpse. You know what I mean? You trusted somebody. Somebody did get a glimpse of your pain. And they turned away. Or they deflected from it, or they minimized it, or they tried to make you feel like there's something wrong with you for feeling it because they feel something wrong within themselves. They feel ashamed for how they feel because somebody made them ashamed for how they feel, because somebody didn't want them to feel how they felt. They wanted them to stay in line. They wanted them to be whatever they wanted them to be for their family system. So that's what happened. So that is what happened. So they're masking the truth of their pain. And I feel like you masked the truth of your own pain in this connection with somebody. You masked the truth of your own pain until you couldn't wear a mask anymore. And then when you took off the mask, they showed you that they didn't care about your pain. They showed you how they really felt about you. That it was never about true sisterhood, true brotherhood, true friendship, true family. It was never about that. It was about, okay, so now you have to be whatever you need to be to fit into the system that keeps the system going for me to be in denial about myself and how I feel and what I'm not healing, what I'm not feeling. So the fact that you broke the contract that I wrote that you never signed, you're the bad guy. But you were actually trying to open the trap for them. You were trying to open the trap, but you're not a martyr, right? So you're just like, oh, okay, sorry. That's your thing. Where am I trapped? That's the thing. Sorry, yes, that is yours. That's yours. What's mine? What's mine in this? And I feel like something is like you've gotten to what was yours. You've seen it, you know what was yours. Right? And then there's somebody who, it's almost like, it's like there's something of like, it's like, it's making someone, it's like someone doesn't want to see, it's like because they have a fixed idea of who they should be. To get the approval of other people, of like who they need to be approved of. But it's like there's something of like where you're approving of yourself, and then that's what really triggered this about somebody, where they see that you get approval because you've done the work to approve of yourself. You approve of yourself. You face disapproval, but you work on approving of yourself, of loving yourself, of doing what you need to do to love yourself, of being there for you. There's something of like wanting to hold space for somebody. This is the core wound from when you were young. Okay, this is the core wound, and then we're gonna wrap this up. But it's this thing of when you were young, you wanted to be seen so much. You went out of your way to see everybody else or to see a specific person, to feel what they were feeling, because you could feel intuitively in your soul that it's like that they were wounded, that they were hurt, that they had all of this hurt and this pain, and that pain stopped them from being able to see you. And it's like you made it your fault, like that your guilt, like there was something wrong with you, that they couldn't see you, or that they couldn't love you in the way that you needed to be loved. But it's like, so then it's like you always like contained yourself to be what somebody else needed you to be. Like you felt like you couldn't have boundaries because then you were gonna hurt their feelings. But it's like something that they did hurt your feelings. They crossed your boundaries. Somebody said something like, oh, well, you're giving your power away. It's like, but they were always doing things covertly to have power over you all the time. Oh, this is how you give your power away. Aren't I so superior to you? That's the energy. Oh, well, you're just so hurt. You're just so hurt. You give your power away. That person was the person that trained you to do that in the first place. To give your power away to them. To feel powerless. To feel like your power, the power of your awareness, the power to just be like a yes or a no, or I don't like that, or I do like that, or this is what I want to do, and this is what I don't want to do. The power to believe in yourself because somebody couldn't ever affirm what you went through because it went against of their own belief of like who they wanted to be or who they were, their belief. But it was actually a lie of it was like a cognitive dissonance. Tending. So it's like tending to your own wound. Like you've got this trap off of your foot now. You've got the trap off of your foot. Just tend to that wound. That's all you have to do, right? And somebody else needs to tend to their wound, right? There's a little girl peeking around a tree. Time. Is it the right time? I don't know. Is it time? Can I come out yet? I don't know. Can I? Am I safe? Like, am I safe within myself? Like, in how I introspect of like always taking something out of myself, like going over, like literally like whipping myself. You know what I mean? Whipping myself. I could have done. I should have done. I would have done. I didn't this. I didn't that. When it's like you already know what happened. And what did I say? I want you to sit with what you already feel inside is true. But it's like the analyzation, like that because of the guilt of like, no, but I have to see it from there, like, but or else because I don't want to be like them, like I want. It's like you were pushed to the brink and then you had a volcanic explosion. You were pushed to the brink and you had a volcanic explosion. So it's like, okay, so now I have to tend to me. I can't explode like that. Like I need to be able to. That's the thing, because you didn't tend to something within yourself. You were trying to tend to everybody else. And then that's the thing. Something wasn't what it said it was. And then so somebody didn't want to witness you. They showed you because it makes them too uncomfortable. But what they're not witnessing within themselves, their own comparison, their own envy, their own jealousy of the fact that you slowed down enough to break down because someone is not slowing down enough to have a breakdown because they think it's weak, so they projected weakness onto you or something like that. Destiny. You're coming into your destiny in time. Tending to yourself is leading to your destiny. Tending to yourself is what's leading to your destiny. Tending to your emotions. Tending to where you felt trapped. To where you are no longer trapped by that thing, but in your mind. But in the narrow pathways of your mind that make you feel like you're still trapped back in time. But surrender to it. Surrender to what needs to fall away. Surrender to the old identity, to the old ego story. Oh my God, I'm only worthy if I'm doing something for somebody else. I can't be like, I'm not worthy unless I just give up myself. I'm not, you know what I mean? I will not be loved. I will not be worthy. I will not be like, so that somebody is going to abandon me. But somebody did abandon you when you needed them the most. Somebody abandoned you when you needed them the most. But somebody's turning around and saying you abandoned them. Where did they abandon themselves? They abandoned themselves and then are blaming you for the fact that you can't show up for them. But it's like because you had to show up for yourself, so then that's the mirror. Were they not showing up for themselves? You had to show up for yourself. You had to do something for yourself. You had to have a boundary for yourself. You were in a survival mode. So you were going through something that this person didn't want to see that you were going through. Like a willfully misunderstanding. You broke the unspoken contract that you're here for my comfort and how I feel. What about how you feel is what I'm feeling. What about how you feel? What about how you felt? What about how somebody made you feel? That they denied, that they oh, I didn't covertly say that. I didn't covertly do that. No, you guys see what the covert things that people do. You know that somebody's covertly said something, or you can tell in the way that their face shifts, in the way that their energy shifts, in the way that they said that they really have to say it that way? Did they have to say it that way? Or did they say it that way on purpose? Because they were revealing something about how they really felt about you, of how they kind of looked down on you. Somebody looked down on you. It's almost like mothering yourself, tending to yourself, mothering yourself, nurturing yourself, surrendering to how the universe wants to nurture you, how the universe wants to mother you, how there's something of how it's almost like that's how you shift this. You give that to yourself. You give that love and understanding and acceptance. You understand your own rupture. You understand, you mother yourself. You're like, hey, I understand why you did that, even if nobody else does. I understand why you did that. I understand that you made a mistake. I love you. I still love you. I still love you even though you made a mistake, because you were hurting, because you were traumatized, because you were going through something that other people didn't want to understand because of what it brought up within themselves. But I understand, I overstand. I'm going to stand here like a tree. I'm going to stand by myself. This little girl on the tree poking out. Am I safe? Am I safe? Yeah, come inside of this tree. You're safe with me. Come inside of this tree. You're safe with me. Ground into the earth. You're safe with me. You are spirit itself. You are nature itself. Just tend to your own garden. Right? Tend to your own garden. It's like you were tending to somebody else's garden before tending to your own. The only way that you can help another person tend to their garden is you tend to your own garden. You don't feel guilt. Somebody wanted you to feel guilty. You guilted yourself that you didn't feel safe around somebody, but it's like because you actually felt that you didn't feel safe around somebody, but then you guilted yourself because it's like something about wanting the validation from somebody who could never even give it to you. But that's the freaking pattern of being attracted to that energy or being drawn in by that energy of trying to resolve something that happened in the past with your own mother or with your own parent, where you never felt safe with them, where you never got validated. Your emotions were never validated. It's like you were not believed. You were not protected in the way that you were needed to be protected. Hope. Have hope. There is hope. You're headed towards your destiny. Mothering yourself, nurturing yourself, surrendering to your own emotions, surrendering to what you need. If you need to stop and slow down, if you need to take a break, if you need to trust the flow, right? There's something about if something feels frustrating, trust the flow. It's like you're learning how to trust your flow. You're learning how to trust your flow, and you're going at your own pace. You don't have to feel worried, like you're on the right time. There's something where it's like you're worried about time, right? I need to keep on going. It's like, no, you need to surrender to that feeling that you feel, that anxiety. What's underneath the anxiety, right? Surrender on what's underneath that. That it's like, I don't have time to feel this. Yeah, you do. You just don't want to, right? Because it's scary, but in time, it's like in time you're gonna learn how to surrender to your own flow, surrender to your own cycles, surrender to what you need in the moment, and that's gonna unlock it's unlocking your destiny. You're unlocking your destiny. Just to close out this reading for the collective spirit. To close out this reading for the collective. Song of the Wild. Don't hold it in. You are a whole wild human being. Decolonizing your mind and your soul. Song of the Wild. Let loose. Just let yourself be yourself. Offerings. Song of the Wild, offerings. Spirit of the Fire. These are such pretty cards. Your truth is what you're destined to offer the world in order to help others transforming yourself, alchemizing this wound or the pain from where you used to be trapped in that energy, healing yourself and accepting all parts of yourself is the greatest thing that you could ever offer to the world or offer to other people. You don't have to doubt what you offered. Something about you don't have to doubt what you offer. You are worthy. You don't have to hurt yourself to prove how worthy you are. You are just inherently worthy. That's where I feel called to end this message. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye.